Have you asked yourself the question, if the truck stopped rolling, what are you going to eat? If you haven't, you probably need to. Okay, all the grocery stores have about a 3 to 5 day supply of food. Once that food is gone, okay, what are you going to eat? If you're not prepared, okay, you're probably not going to have anything to eat. Okay, that's why you should think about growing your own. Okay, we're going to do a garden tour of what we do, okay, in our garden, so that if the truck stops rolling, we'll have something to eat. All right, we're going to start with our chicken yard and chicken run. Okay, what we do is we compost, put leaves and grass clippings in the chicken run, and we leave them in there for a week, and then you can see the chickens scratching them around. And okay, in a week, we just take them and turn them and pile them back up and let the chickens scratch them around for another week. All right, inside the chicken coop, okay, we're doing basically the same thing. Okay, you can see that we've got these old vegetable clippings. We just throw them in there and let the chicken poop them up, and we'll come in here and turn them as well. We've got our nesting boxes. We've got 3 of them, but they only lay in maybe 1 or 2 at a time. Click. All right, next is one of my rainwater harvesting systems. Okay, we got 3 55-gallon barrels, and they're filled from the roof of our chicken coop. Okay, they're full right now because we just had some good rain. I usually use this water, okay, because it comes off the tin roof. I use it to water the chickens and to water my vegetables, okay, that need a little drink, okay, when it's in a dry spell. But we usually don't have that problem because of my other rainwater system, which I'll show you a little bit later. All right, after about 3 or 4 weeks of turning the compost in the run and in the coop, okay, we take it out of there and we process it here in our compost bin. Okay, some of it we just leave in here for use in the garden. Some of the other ones, okay, we put here in our planting in our seed beds here, and some of the other ones, okay, we use here in our worm bin. Okay, and if you can look down here, okay, you can see the nice compost tea that has been produced, okay, from our composting worms. Okay, here are my 2-year-old muscadine vines. Okay, they've already reached the 10-foot mark on each way. So what I did, I just cut them off, and now all that growth can go into producing muscadines. Now these are only 2 years old, because when I started them last year, they were about 3 inches or 4 inches tall. So all of this growth here has been in the last, okay, a year and a half, really. All right, this is my second rainwater system here. We catch water off of this section of roof only. It goes into the black barrel here. Okay, when this barrel overfills, it goes into another overflow barrel, and then it goes through one filter. Okay, this one will when this filter barrel fills up, I got another overflow here, Okay, and it overflows into here. This is a modified hugel bed. All right, now why do you say it's a modified hugel bed? Because underneath here there was a stump underneath here. So I just covered the stump with leaves and compost, and I grew into the leaves and compost. So over time, okay, the stump is going to decay and the fertility is going to be released. So this should last me 10, 15 years, okay, with this just little setup right here. Okay, we got some pole beans, okay, here, over, right here. This is my blueberry circle, okay, and all I did was dug out the center, filled it with compost in the fall. In the spring, okay, we just took the compost out and just scooped it, okay, into a circle, and we put more leaves and compost here. Now we also can grow some peas here in the center in this little crate right here. All right. Okay, next, okay, trying to utilize space. Okay, we've got these heirloom tomatoes growing on sticks at the end. Okay, we got some cucumbers growing here. Okay, on this sort of trellis-like thing here, and we got some some watermelons growing here, and some more pole beans right here. Now here we got another sort of dead stump. Now I did not do this one like I did the other one, but I planted peas around here. Some of them have come up, some of them have not. I've also got some peppers planted in here, okay, here, and I've got this citrus tree. Okay, it was a lot bigger than that, but it got killed back in the winter time. Okay, here we've got another circle, what I call it, circle bed. Okay, where you dig out the center, and around the edges, okay, I've got corn planted, and I've got some basil planted, and toward the center I've got these cherry tomatoes planted on both sides. Okay. Here we've got a Dorset golden apple. Got an eggplant going here. I got some rosemary going right here. And I got another eggplant right there. All right, this is my main garden right here, and I can see the only thing we use, okay, for fertilizer or whatever comes out of the chicken yard, and composted leaves that we put down in the fall. Now the garden to the left is a little bit older. You can see the growth is a little bit better than the one on the right. Okay, but it's that's my overall crop garden. All right, we're going to walk down through, okay, and look at some of the inner plantings that we have done. All right, here we've got a cucumber growing on this fence right here, and here you got some peas, you got some borage, and here we've got some turmeric growing. Okay, let's come on around. We go down this row. Okay, there's banana pepper right there, and over here I've got a second crop of red potatoes coming in. Got some okra interplanted in here, interplanted with some peas. Right here we got some cucumbers growing along the fence. Okay, and still got some okra. That one's a little small. Okay, corn. Okay, and in between the corn, sort of shading, is another one of my scorpionine vines, muscadine vines. This is a new one. This is this year's growth. Okay, some more corn. Interplanted between the corn is some peas down here. And some more cucumbers. Okay, and here got some sweet potatoes growing in here as well. Okay, it's growing through the fence. I'm gonna have to pull that back through. Okay, some more corn. Another muscadine vine. So instead of putting up a wooden fence, I decided to use this as a sort of like a living fence. Okay, with the muscadine vines. Some more okra and some more cucumbers and corn. Okay, and at the end down here, okay, we got some more banana peppers. Okay, another muscadine vine here, and my last one here. Okay. All right, so I've got 7 muscadines all together. A little patch of corn there that didn't do too well. Started it late, but it's okay. All right, now my second row. Okay, we've got a little trellis system here, and I got these sweet potato vines sort of growing up on the trellis like that. Okay, instead of growing flat, and interplanted between them, I've got some purple hull peas planted in between them. Here, there. Okay. And here we got another okra. Some tomatoes, some more okra. I've got some basil here. Some more cucumber. Some more basil. Cucumber still, some basil and tomatoes, got it. Sweet potatoes, some more cucumbers, got basil, some cucumbers, and I got some more sweet potatoes and another okra. And this is a nectarine and some more okra. It's one of my wood chip beds. Okay, and what we have here, we've got some rosemary, not rosemary, we got some marigold, we got some turmeric, we got some borage, and we've got some ginger. And I don't know whether it's a banana pepper or jalapeno, but that's a pepper. We planted the turmeric and the ginger in January, and they just came up about a week ago. Okay, over here, okay, we just covered this bed with pine straw, I think in January. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, so it's still just sitting there. Earthworms working on it. Okay, this is another one of my wood chip beds. I got some sweet potato planted into it. All right, here's another hugel bed that needs some work. Okay, I've got ginger, and I've got some collard seeds. I probably got to harvest those. Some more ginger. That's turmeric. And I got sweet potatoes on the end. Okay, and some more sweet potatoes over here. Okay, this is a grapevine from seed. I don't know whether it's going to make it or not. It's trying to hold on. This is a mulberry from a cutting. It's doing pretty good. One of the few that actually made it. I got some tomatoes here and some basils next to it. And right next to the basil is some bee balm. Hasn't produced any blossoms yet, but it's looking pretty good. All right, here we got another eggplant, and we got some more turmeric. All of the small turmeric like this, all this I put out in January. There's some carrots right here. Okay, this is lavender, and this is lavender as well. Okay, if you can look right here, see some peas I planted. They're starting to poke their head through the soil. And over here, I got some borage. That's borage. And over here, we got some running peas. Here, all of these, not peas, yeah, these are pole beans, excuse me. So all these are pole beans, and they run all the way down here. Now, one thing, that's the corn, some more corn. And that's another eggplant I got interplanted within there. Going around. Okay, now this plant here I got from my brother in Ohio. Okay, and it's supposed to be a vining okra. And it's supposed to make the flufas that you wash with, but I haven't seen anything, and no blossoms, no nothing but vines. Okay, and the ones that I researched online, they didn't have anything on them either. Another eggplant right here. All right, okay, this is an Anna apple. Okay, I bought that at the end of the season last year. Not growing as well as I thought. I think it's root bound. So what I'm going to do in the fall is I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to cut all the roots back and let them see whether it's going to allow them to grow straight next year. This is my fig tree. I don't know if it's a brown turkey or whatever it is, but that's a fig. All right, now we have a real big problem with squash vine borers in this area. So what I did was I planted 4 different types of squash to see which ones are not affected as much by the squash vine borer. Okay, and those are the ones I'm going to grow. The others I'm not going to fool with. So so far they look like they're surviving, but the minute I see that sawdust appearance of the squash vine borer, I just pull it up and throw it in the trash. Tomatoes right here, got it. Some more marigolds. I got some carrots in this bucket here, and that's my strawberry right here. Some more tomatoes. I got some ginger planted here, and I got some more tomatoes, and I've got some more strawberries. And these peanuts are from last year. They just came back. And I've got some more tomatoes, and that's a pepper. Now, carrots I planted in a bucket. They seem to do pretty good in a bucket, so I think that's how I'm gonna grow them from now on, is in a bucket. Now, this experiment here is maybe how I can grow some squashes that are really affected by the squash vine borer, is plant them deep into this, something like this black trash can, and hopefully they won't climb up and go down in here. Right now it doesn't look like they've been down in here, and I've got a couple of squash in there already. Okay, so this might be a solution to my problem. All right, this is another hugelkultur. This one is almost depleted, broken all the way down. I've got some corn and some Swiss chard, some Russian kale, some more Russian kale, and Swiss chard all through this. Okay, you can see this corn has not grown like the other ones, because I'm assuming that the nitrogen's still sort of tied up in the wood chips. So it's probably going to be another 6 months. It may be all right by the time the fall comes through, because this is almost 2 years old. Okay, this is another turmeric here, and there's some more borage right there, and there's a rosemary over there as well. Okay, ready? All right, other than the compost from the chickens, okay, this is my other main source of fertility in the garden, is this leaves. And we collect leaves, okay, from throughout the neighborhood. Okay, my general rule is, if your grass looks too good, I just drive by your yard, because I know you've added some kind of pesticide or some type of herbicide on your grass. So I don't bother with those bags. Okay, they usually come from yards that look like mine, that's got multiple different types of plants there. All right, this is my herb garden. Okay, now these used to be shrubs, but you can't eat shrubs, so I cut them all down and I planted food. This is what is this? Lemon balm. I got some stevia right here. I got dill, and I've got some parsley there. Got some more basil, aloe. Okay, that's recovering. Some more borage, some English thyme right here, some more basil, some more aloe, and I've got some sage. I have no idea what that is. Okay, this is cilantro, if I'm not mistaken. Some more. Basil, and that's some more stevia, some beets. All right. Ready? Okay, some more beets. This is pineapple sage here, Italian oregano, some more stevia, and this is Greek oregano right here. And this olive tree, and on this side, got some rosemary right there. And these are blackberries. for the most part. I've got a couple of volunteer sweet potatoes in here. Once again, okay, these were shrubs in here. Can't eat shrubs. All you can do is cut them. So we pulled them up, composted the area with leaves, and planted something that I could eat, okay, which are going to be these beautiful blackberries. Okay, we had a plum tree here, but it died, so I didn't know what I wanted to do there, so I just planted peas. There's some purple hull peas there to the fall when I decide as to what I want to put back here. I'm going to try to make this whole area into a bed. Okay, haven't gotten to it yet, but on the way. This is a wild plum tree, okay, that I got from my sister-in-law's house. Okay, and they're very hardy, hard to kill. So I got some peas here. And this is another one of those vining okra. As you can see, they got very nice foliage, but no fruit. Okay. Got some peas here. And down here, there's some pepper up underneath there. All right, we've got some more squash coming up here. And this is some turmeric we planted way back in February. That's finally showing its head. I cut. All right, okay, this is my front yard raised bed, i.e. water sink. It helps hold water in the landscape, okay, and it's also good for growing food. All right, here, okay, we got some kale, some purple hull peas. We've got this citrus tree. I have no idea what it is, but I know it's a citrus tree. We got an eggplant, nice eggplant here. Okay, one of our friends from church, that's their designated eggplant. They love eggplant, so I told them I'd grow them one. So that's theirs. This is one cucumber bush right here. The whole thing is just one bush. And this is my peach tree that needs pruning very badly. I'll have to get to that at some point. It had a few blossoms, but no fruit this year. Here we've got another turmeric. So you can see that I love turmeric. We got some, I'm planting potatoes down the center to shade the turmeric on either side. Here we got a couple of bell pepper plants on the end. Over here, we've got a persimmon tree that I bought this year, and it's been doing really, really well. Okay, it doesn't require a whole lot of sun. It does need some sun, but it's been doing quite well as well. Now here I've got blueberries. Once again, I had azaleas planted along here. They're good to look at, but you can't eat them. So we planted blueberries here, got some more here, and here. Now they really took off when I put the pine straw back here, and they really took off. This is the first year where they're 2 years old, and this is the first year that we've had some real significant growth. Over here we've got a pear tree, and this is a pineapple pear, and I've got some purple hull peas and some and some peppers with some more of the squash. Now I pulled 2 of these up this morning. Okay, I think that's a straight neck squash because they had signs of the vine borer. So I just pulled them up. Now these spaghetti squash, they still look like they're doing pretty good. Okay, wild plum tree. Okay, and this also came from my sister-in-law's. And I got some peas and mulch around it. And this is another pear tree. This is, what kind of pear tree is it? This is a Florida home pear tree. So it grows like wildfire. And I had to cut it down because it just flies up. And I had it cut all the way back, okay, all the way down to about 5 feet. And all of that grew since about the 1st of March. Okay. All right, that's about it.